Well, hey there, friends. It is 5:13 a.m. and I'm about to get started. Day 291, and I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. I slept all right, and I am happy and ready to be here. We have 30 minutes, give or take, this morning. We're going to do some mobility and some strength work with the kettlebell. It's not a lot of swinging, but we are going to do a bit of deadlifting and a bit of floor pressing, and some cleans and some other things. Um, now it's Tuesday morning. How are you doing this Tuesday morning? I'm doing all right. And for those of you who are just dropping by, my name is Toby. I'm 40 years old, and I'm training to live an active, self-sufficient, and adventurous life. And that means that I mind my sleep, I mind my nutrition, I do some strength training, some conditioning training, and I mind my mobility. And all of that I do in the morning on this live stream. Well, not sleeping, I do that before, but to give you a bit of an idea. I try to get about 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. I try to eat a reasonably well balanced, home cooked, fresh food diet 90% of the time. I try to do some strength training 2 times a week. I do conditioning training 2 to 4 times a week, and I do mobility 2 times a week. So there we go. That is the schedule that I'm on, and it seems to be working and paying off. Beyond that, this is about the way I feel. This is not about the way I look. And I say that because a lot of times we might set ourselves some aesthetic goals or some competition goals. Hey, Wallace, good morning. I hope you're doing all right. Thank you for dropping by and for being so enthusiastic on the live stream. I'm glad to hear from you this morning. Like I was saying, sometimes we set our goals, we set our goals for weight loss, for some sort of shape, or we set our goals for a competition, for how heavy we want to lift, or how fast we might want to run our bike. And sometimes we set goals for the way we want to look before summer holidays. And all of those goals are fine because fitness and health are very personal. But for me, this is about health and about longevity. So my goals are really to be as fit and capable as I can be as I go through life towards my 90s, because apparently there's a chance that I might live to be 90 or maybe even a bit older in the current society. And I would like to be able to go do the things that I want to do at that age as often and as much as I want to do them. So here we are. And I want to feel fit and strong throughout life as we go there. We're good just the way we are. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on. You need to remember that, because it's the person we are today that's going to get us to where we want to be tomorrow. And the only way to get anything done is by showing up and doing the work. So, that being said, we are going to get started. And if Alice, you can tell me how your day's been so far. My night's been peaceful and uneventful. And I know you're a couple of hours ahead, I believe, so I hope everything is going well where you're at. And to all of you, 712 of you, amazing that you're all here and have subscribed. I really appreciate the interest in my life, my story, my journey. And I look forward to continuing to share with you some of the insights that I'm gleaning. YouTube Punk, my friend. It's actually a really good club song. Sorry I'm late, by Collective Turmstrasse from Germany. If you're into club music, you can look it up. Breathing. It's good to see you, YouTube punk. Thanks for dropping by. I hope everything's alright in Texas. And again, just breathing in. And moving on to the neck. Like I was saying before, I slept well. We've had a good night. And see, now with this exercise, whatever was bothering me in my left shoulder is gone. Sometimes these little aches and pains just take some time and light activity to ease themselves out of the body. I wouldn't be too worried about it. Okay, we're going to be doing the hitchhiker. Those are a lot of messages. Well, I think you did quite a bit of working out yesterday. What were you doing? Humane burpees or the ABCs? I need a day of rest sometimes also. Can't go all out all the time. Maybe you've noticed how much I vary the intensity and the muscle groups over the course of my workouts. And that has everything to do with trying to allow my body to recover and to be able to do something every day. Running 20 laps is okay. I won't use it as a form of punishment for anyone. I'd make them do real burpees. No, I'm joking. That would be very inhumane. Well, friends, for those of you who dropped by to watch, I hope you're doing well where you are this Tuesday morning. The end of the year is in sight. And with that, we can look back, I can look back already on a year that, at least in terms of my health and fitness, has been incredibly beneficial to me. Started off more than a year ago, a year and a half ago, in April, with the decision to actually start to get back into shape. To that really nice holiday in December and January in Portugal, where I made the decision to start to live stream my workouts every morning. Sorry to be sitting with my back towards you, but that's the way we landed on today's exercise. To doing a training as a kettlebell trainer. 2 basic trainings, and really really learning that there was a lot to learn about kettlebelling by doing it. And then continuing on through a neck hernia, recovering from that, figuring out some other mobility issues in my upper body that we're slowly fixing at 40. Going on to the summer and just having an amazing summer vacation in the mountains, walking and hiking up and down these mountain trails, 10 to 12 kilometers every day. Doing another kettlebell workshop, and I have one more kettlebell workshop this year, and also in summer completing a personal training certification. So laying a solid foundation for my own understanding of physical health, fitness, motivation, which, to be very honest, is incredibly satisfying. I did other things as well, transitioned into a new job, watched my son go to school for the first time, all kinds of things happening at the same time. But looking back, it's been quite a good year, to be very honest. And I think something that we can be grateful for. Rest of the last 2 days, got tonight. Very good. Good to see. Rest is where we grow stronger. The training is where we challenge ourselves. But rest is where we grow stronger. And we need to remember that. We need to put strain and stress on our system. And then we also need to give it time to properly recover from that. Now what I'm doing is child's pose, where I'm slightly rotating my thumbs outward. So that is a different kind of mobility that I'm adding to this exercise, just in case you're wondering. Anyway, what have you been up to today? YouTube Punk, it's Monday night in Texas, I believe, in Valles. You're further east. Is it? What are you up to this Tuesday? What does the future have in stock for us, or anyone else who's on the chat wanting to drop by and say hello? I'd appreciate that. It's always nice to hear from people and to hear what they're doing this Tuesday. As you can see, I am working on my mobility, and life in general. It's just good to do some shoulder rolling. Before we go into the cat and cow. All right. Now, what am I going to do next? Let me think. Oh yes, my knee and ankle mobility. My dad, household, birthday. Important. Are you moving somewhere else? Around about where you are? Moving a long distance in Texas. You can go many places in Texas. It's a big place. That's exciting. Selling a house, a lot of paperwork, admin, a bit of stress, a lot of memories and emotions. And the ankles. And then we're going to go on to some strength training. And as you can see, it's an easy Tuesday morning. We're not in any rush, not pressing ourselves very hard, just enjoying the movement and the exercise we can do. I'm still trying to decide what to do about the offer of teaching an in-person kettlebell workshop at my local gym, because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But also have things to do with my family on Saturdays, stuff around the house. Time is limited. So how do we balance that? Do I go every other week? Do I set a set number of Saturdays that I'm available to do that? Because it's a big commitment once you start doing that. You have to be there every Saturday. Can we do it from 8 to 9 instead of 8:30 to 9:15, for example? So there are some considerations. What if one of the boys is sick? What if I'm sick? Can I keep that commitment? Maybe we're going to trial it through December and see. So we have some food for thought, life decisions. But luckily nothing as hefty as a house and relocate. Oh, this one always gets to you. Oh. All right. See, is it a volunteer thing? Far away. Yeah, you're also caretaker. I understand. that. Sounds like a big responsibility. And it's nice that you all are able to do that together. Right? Help each other out. Not too far away, and that's good. Because, too far away often comes with a lot of change. Closer by is nice. Also mentally. Look, it's nice that everyone's supporting each other on the chat also. Yeah, I think whenever I experience stress or extreme busyness, you know what happens? Things start to go very fast. And the best thing I can do for myself is to just slow down a little bit. I'm going to do some one-armed cleans and presses, just with a light weight. Really trying to nail the hand insertion and the landing. There we go. And that feels very right for my bicep. So we can combine that with some nice deadlifts. Good. Almond Schlot, thank you very much. I appreciate you dropping by and saying hello. Thank you. And I hope you're well where you're at in the world, and that the day is treating you well. into some rows. Runner. Good morning. Good morning. I got that name right. Dr. Runner, good morning. Thank you for dropping by. I hope you're doing well. And thanks for saying hi and let me know you're there. I appreciate that. And I hope you are doing well where you are in the world. You got any plans for the day? I am just wrapping up here. We are going to get on with the rest of the day, which involves going to the office and working after having a cup of coffee soon. It is nice. Oh, now with the one more set of deadlifts, with the clean presses. Since my last kettlebell workshop, my clean has gotten a lot better, landing better. So I'd like to keep that progression with a heavier weight. And you know, looking good is one thing, feeling great is another. Jude Taylorberg, Morgan Moore, what do those do for you? Morgan Moore, you mean the kettlebells? Yeah, I think it is very true that breathing sounds quite different when we're awake and working versus when we're sleeping. And Morgan, to answer your question, the kettlebells specifically help me work on strength, conditioning, and the combination of strength and conditioning. So this is an exercise routine that targets my full body in terms of range of motion, stability, strength, but also endurance because of the way the kettlebell challenges your cardiovascular system. So there are better ways to build muscle. There are different ways to build conditioning. But when it comes to building the ability to lug around 20 kilos or 24 kilos of unstable weight over extended periods of time, well, to be very honest, very few things can probably rival the kettlebell or the club bell if you're able to master the technique. So I think that's the most important aspect of kettlebell training. Technique to make sure you don't get injured. And there we are, friends. That is it for today. We've been at it for 32 minutes. And that'll be the end of that and the start of something new. Time for a cup of coffee. Ballistic weight. Your body together. Yes, it's about the movement change. For strength and tendons. Okay, great. To Morgan Moore. I am glad that there was something here in this channel for you this morning. And I appreciate you dropping by and saying hello and asking a question. And usually under my videos when I add the description, there are a couple of links to some very good kettlebell tutorials by the people who taught me. So that might be a good place to start, but go ahead and check out my channel under my other videos. You'll find those as well. For everyone else who's watching, thanks for dropping by. Evalis, YouTube Punk, let's see, Almond, Schlott, Naka Runner, Jude Taylor Burke, Morgan Moore. I appreciate you dropping by and saying hello this morning. My name's Toby. I'm 40 years old and I am training to live an active and adventurous life. According to the statistics, I might live to be close to 100. So at this stage in life, I would very much like to hang on to my strength, conditioning, and mobility to make the most of that, because it's not so apparent that the last 10 years of my life will be good, healthy, and fruitful ones. But I intend to prove the world of statistics wrong, or be the outlier. To do that, I focus on my sleep, 7 to 8 hours at night. I focus on my nutrition, so I eat mostly whole foods, cooked foods, homemade vegetables, a healthy mix of everything. I mind my strength training, my conditioning training, my mobility training to build muscle mass, to maintain aerobic capacity, to be able to move around freely, and mobility to have a freedom and range of movement that allows me to do the things that I want to do. And this is not about the way I look, this is all about the way I feel. I want to feel strong, energized, healthy and fit as I go through life. Most of us are on some sort of journey, I guess, whether it's weight loss or getting stronger for competition or just for fun or for an endurance sport or a combination of both or some other goal that we are chasing after, that we are chasing. And I think it's important to remember that we're good just the way we are today. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on. And it's the person we are today who's going to get us to where we want to be tomorrow. So let's not forget that. And the only way to get anything done, friend, is by showing up and doing the work. So if you haven't yet, like this video, subscribe to my channel, check out some of my shorts. I talk about my life, health and fitness, career, fatherhood, being a man, raising men, broad spectrum of things in my day-to-day. And if that's something that you're interested in, I'd love to be on this journey with you. And I'm trying to get up to 750 subscribers this month. So if you're interested, go ahead, help me out and hit that subscribe button. And in any case, the only way to get anything done is by showing up and doing the work. So I will see you tomorrow. YouTube Punk, you take care. Good luck with everything that's going on. And I appreciate the endorsement and support. Evalis, You take care where you are, friend, at work, and you do well for yourself and your wife and everyone else. Thanks for dropping by. I'll see you tomorrow.